Numbers tonight in the scary opioid crisis. Volusia County says it's dealing with 2, 3, sometimes 4 overdoses every day.
The sheriff is urgently pushing out narcan to every deputy, especially the ones in rural areas who are saving lives every day and getting crime results. News 6's Eric Von Anken just got back from Volusia County. And Eric, you talked with a deputy who made the very first save there using narcan.
He had just gotten that narcan, guys, hours before this happened.
Amazing.
As of tonight, there are some 200 deputies on the road in Volusia County carrying narcan. That's almost all of them. And they carry it right here in their front pocket because they say that's how often they need to reach for it. Here's the 911 call that started all of this.
911, where's your emergency?
Yes, I have somebody that's unconscious in my house and I don't know what just happened.
The woman on the other end of the phone, a mother, is panicking because her son is half awake and his girlfriend is unconscious.
Come on, bring her out here. Bring her out here. I'm trying, Mama. Okay.
Right in the middle of that conversation, Deputy Brandon Coker pulled up with this.
You know, you see this girl laying on the floor with blue lips, slow pulse.
There's a little zipper pouch thing, and it has syringes in it. Oh, my God almighty Jesus.
Coker knew immediately the woman was overdosing from heroin, potentially laced with fentanyl, but he didn't know how this would go. Just hours earlier, he was equipped for the first time with the overdose reversing nasal spray Narcan, along with a crash course on how to use it.
So I've got to do something.
He sprayed 2 doses up the young woman's nose and got results. She suddenly started talking.
It was like an instant just trigger.
Coker says the overdose was in Pearson, a rural part of Volusia County. He beat paramedics by several minutes.
Fire department covers Barberville, Pearson, and Seville, and there's 1 fire truck.
The sheriff says it's especially critical for his deputies to carry Narcan in rural areas because the opioid epidemic is so out of control.
As a matter of fact, in some ways, it's even worse in the rural parts of the county because it's flies so low under the radar screen that nobody's paying really attention to what's going on out there.
The lady's asking, what did you take? I don't know.
If this day had been different, if Deputy Coker wasn't in the area and hadn't gotten his Narcan yet, he believes the young lady would not be alive today.
I thought she was going to die, honestly.
And here's something else that's eye-opening. Fentanyl is so toxic to non-users that officers who have touched it accidentally during arrests and evidence handling, even just brushing it off their sleeve and not realizing it, they've been knocked out. So the sheriff says deputies carrying Narcan is just as much for their own safety as it is for the public's protection.
Incredibly strong stuff.
It is amazing, yeah.
So, Eric, let's talk crime results here.
Right.
I know the sheriff takes these overdoses very seriously. What's he doing to try to keep them from happening?
They started treating overdoses differently. So a fatal overdose used to be just a tragedy, just a sad situation, case closed, right? Well, now every time someone dies from drugs in Volusia County, it's a homicide, which opens a murder investigation. Right now, detectives are in the process of tracking down several dealers that have stemmed from overdoses.
And they can charge them with murder.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. All right. Thank you very much, Eric.
Sure.